Hello friends and family, and welcome to this video about Mallsai. Mallsai is generally not very, that's like a bad word for a bad bonsai, and this is actually what we have here. Really low quality, try to make a commercial bonsai. For us in Sweden, they are produced during the summer from hardwood cuttings in Netherlands, Holland, and reach our market from early autumn and through winter. We are in the end of the Mallsai season, so I found these two small trees for next to nothing in a local garden center. The issue with them is that they are produced during the summer with a very heavy organic soil, and they just can't overwinter in that kind of soil. So I have to do an repotting of them. They were available at the same place, 5 different species, and this is the 2 I choose to go with. So first we have, according to the tag, a Selkova, and that's a very common misunderstanding, that they mix up Selkova and Ulmus, because this I'm quite sure is a Ulmus parviflora. So Selkova, that's wrong. And also on the tag it says guaranteed real bonsai. Isn't that cute? This is a guaranteed real bonsai. Given the cost for it to purchase it, there haven't been more than 15 minutes work spent on it, probably a lot less. Reading the name tag, it says half sun, not full sun. There's a water can. I think it says fertilize 2 times a month. It says 0 to 30 degrees Celsius, which is quite about right. They are hardy to quite a few minus degrees Celsius. But in this soil, no. And there's a picture of a secateur and a knife and fork with a crossover. It says do not eat, and it says indoor. Yeah, you cannot keep them indoor, that's for sure. Gonna show you this little funny tag and hope that the camera want to focus. The other one only says bonsai mixed species, and it says Ligustorum, and according to my best guess this is a Ligustorum sinense. Here it says 25 to 15 degrees Celsius. They are hardened down to just a few minus degree, and then they can't survive. It says half shade, water, do not eat. And there's a funny text here: a living painting of an old tree, experience culture and nature in peace and balance. I don't know what about you, but I don't see an old tree and peace and balance in that tree. So, but they were cheap. This kind of Mallsai is probably the first things a beginner finds to get into bonsai. So even though most of them don't survive, it's still an entry point to the bonsai hobby. I usually compare them with tulips. They are also mass produced in Holland, in Netherlands, and they are also produced to like look good in your home for a few weeks, and then they are due for composting. So yeah, I don't know why I got them, but it's always fun to learn something about plants. So if I can get them to survive through the winter, it might possibly be a nice bonsai in the future. Who knows? So anyway, when you purchase this mass-produced bonsai, Mallsai, always take a steady grip of the tree and wiggle it out of the pot and check the roots. Here we have a few nice roots, but they all has already started to die in this heavy compost. So that, but at least there are healthy roots. If there are no healthy roots, just walk away. It's not worth it. This one I purchased. Just a little tiny bit of healthy roots there. So yeah, I hope I can save at least one of them. So what I'm going to do with them is take them out of the pot, take as much of the old soil away as possible without damaging any roots. So I will use pure osmosis water and like wash it off most of the soil. I'm gonna replace it with something that holds water but are free draining. I have a lot of options for that out in my greenhouse, but right now it's just frozen blocks and not possible to use. So I went to my local food store and got myself some cat litter. I have a coarse one here and a little bit finer one here. Cat litter is, it's used for improving soils for home plants, for indoor plants and cactus succulents and stuff. And it is quite similar really to many of the professional bonsai mixes. It's but you need to go for the bentonite clay and the non-clumping form. You don't want the clumping one that will just clump up to a big concrete lake block. But this one that is baked bentonite clay is quite good. So without further ado, let's do this. So I got them out of the pot, and this one, the Sinense, it has a lot of fine white young roots, and also this one that's curling around and spinning around in the pot. So that really don't make anyone happy. It has a lot of nice radial roots now, and I think this big chunk root will not benefit a future design. It will just be bigger and bigger, thicker and thicker, and you really want the even kind of roots. So for this time I will leave some of the roots just to be careful with the plant. Just about there, so this goes off now, and yeah, I think we have so many healthy roots here, and a few like, yeah, not so good looking, so I'm gonna go for, you see this is done by the pot and should really be removed. There's not so many fine good roots on that one, so gonna go for there like this, and there's a few roots a bit too high, so I'm gonna take them out. I don't really dare a lot more than this. So yeah, that's tree number 1. And in the other pot there were 2 trees. The roots doesn't look very healthy, and not so many of them, but this one, I don't know if it was from this, it was probably from the other root, from the other tree, big thick one. Just gonna take it out like that. So the roots left are way too long, but yeah, I don't dare to take more. And we have the last part of that big root I took off. For this project I have no bonsai tools, by the way. It's a normal, what's it called, side cutter or something. Yeah. I'm gonna rinse them up a little bit more and put them back in the pot. But before that I need to prepare the pot with mesh. So basically what you do, take a small part that will cover the drainage hole, like that. It was too big. Let's use it for the other one. So, and I have some reused bonsai wire, so I will tie them in the pot, fill it up with substrate, and yeah, mount the tree. There's only one drainage hole in this pot, so I don't know how to tie down the tree in the pot, but I solved something out, so let's do this. So design-wise, I haven't done much except for some root pruning. I'm looking at the trees, and this is not really for design purpose, but still, I just can't help myself. Those branches just sticking far out of the design, just the two of them. Yeah, maybe a small one there as well. Oh, I can't help myself. Like that. So now when they are in a new pot, and I have really no clue what kind of environment this trees has been in for the winter, but we still have some winter left, and they really need dormancy. So I'm gonna take a seed tray like this. Make sure that they are good soaked. It will probably take a few times spraying to really get the dry cat litter a little bit moist. What we will get here is lots of moist and lots of air to the roots, and that should help them to recover. Since I don't know how this trees has been treated for the winter, we are halfway in the winter now, and at least Digusturum is look very lush, so I guess they haven't experienced any real dormancy yet. That's at least my best guess. And trees that hasn't faced the harden off period in autumn and early winter are very sensitive to frost, but they will for sure need dormancy to get out in spring strong. And so what I will do is I will put them in what I call light dormancy. So I will put them in my overwintering greenhouse in the heated area where I never get below 5 degrees Celsius and a little bit warmer in the days, and that will put them for a month or so in a dormant state. The challenge is that the air in there is very, very dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take piece of plastic. It's actually a koi bag, and wrap around it, give some air holes, and put it in into light dormancy in a greenhouse. So as every project I do, I promise you I will get back and show you the result, good or bad. So if you want to see the progress of this small Mallsai, please hit that subscribe button. So thanks a lot for watching. Stay home, stay safe. Bye.